Hello, welcome to our presentation regarding the social media plan for the City of Fairmount. First, we want to thank the Fairmount Main Street organization for allowing us to work on this project, and also a special thanks to Jim Hayes, who continually supported us throughout this project. Today, I will be taking you through our group's recommendation for the Fairmount social media plan. This project stems from the need for Fairmount to raise money to apply for the Office of Community and Rural Affairs, also known as OCRA, grant for your revitalization plan. In order to do this, it was determined that the best way to raise money was to create a short video to target James Dean fans that visit Fairmount each year. This video, whose plan we will outline later, will include highlights of locations and events in the town that James Dean grew up in, and it will end with information on how to donate to the revitalization campaign to save his hometown. Our group recommends that donations be made in $10 increments through a text-to-donate program. We are also recommending that the video be posted to YouTube and social media sites, such as the James Dean Fans Facebook page, to reach fans globally. We recommend that there be a central hub on Fairmount Main Street's Facebook page that is referenced at the end of the video, where those interested can find more information on the donations and the campaign. After the video has been posted online for a month, we recommend an evaluation be done of the amount raised in order to decide the next course of action. I will walk you through these steps now. Fairmount currently has $12,000 towards the $50,000 needed to apply for the $250,000 OCRA grant. That means that $38,000 at a minimum needs to be raised by this social media plan. The main marketing challenge in raising the additional $38,000 needed to apply for the OCRA grant is the support needed by individuals outside of Fairmount. Unfortunately, there is no identified donor who can cover the majority of this cost. Therefore, your organization has to reach out to individuals who do not live in Fairmount. The challenge in doing this is connecting individuals outside of Fairmount to Fairmount in such a way that they will be motivated to donate. This is where our social media plan ties in. The primary target market to the social media campaign are the fans and followers of James Dean. We recommend positioning this campaign to downtown Fairmount as an upgrade to the hometown of James Dean. According to Facebook, there are 322,000 people who like James Dean, with over 100,000 talking about him. If we can obtain only 2% of these Facebook fans to donate $10, the monetary goal of the project will be met. Ultimately, the revitalization plan will benefit these fans. The goal of the revitalization is to brighten and improve the Main Street and downtown area. 6 of the 10 stops in the James Dean Landmark Trail are downtown and within walking distance of each other. Therefore, improving downtown Fairmount will improve fans' experiences when they come to visit. A secondary target market for this plan is the residents of Fairmount. The residents of Fairmount are the primary beneficiaries of the project, and the video will target any resident that has pride in their town. Not only will the revitalization increase their quality of life, but will also hopefully increase tourism, which could result in new job opportunities. However, the residents of Fairmount are a secondary target due to their limited income. Specifically in 2010, the median annual income of Fairmount was $38,000, $545,000 a year, which is nearly $7,000 lower than the median annual income of the United States. James Dean fans are scattered all over the country and around the world. Therefore, we assume the annual income of the average James Dean fan will align more closely with the median annual income of the United States. Therefore, James Dean fans will have more money to invest in our efforts than the current residents of Fairmount. Finally, we consider out-of-town visitors a secondary target market to the social media plan. Former residents are considered secondary target markets, as some might feel hometown pride and want to get back to the city where they came from. Others might want to ensure Fairmount stays in pristine condition so they can show family where they grew up. Additionally, out-of-town visitors that will be targeted are vintage car enthusiasts. These are the individuals that have no connection to Fairmount or feel an affinity towards James Dean, however visit one of the 2 car shows hosted by Fairmount each year. The research used for this project was gathered from a variety of sources. The bulk of our census data was taken from the 2010 National Census. Additionally, we utilized information from citydata.com. Secondary data included other online sources such as CNN.com. We also utilized social media to gather information, including Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, on our target market's attitude towards James Dean. To gather more personal information, we did interview one former resident of Fairmount. Finally, we gathered Fairmount-specific information from the Fort Wayne newspapers at fortwayne.com. Our recommendation is to implement a niche marketing strategy, focusing mainly on outreach to potential donors through social media. In a niche strategy, only a specific group is targeted, which allows you to focus all marketing efforts on a refined set of interests. For the recommended social media plan, we have identified your niche as all individuals who share a common interest by their love for James Dean. Since James Dean fans are scattered throughout the United States and the world, the most financially viable way to reach these donors is via the internet. Our strategy recommends a Facebook page, a YouTube video, and a text-to-donate program. I will explain all three in more detail now. The Give Back to Dean Facebook page is expected to be the central hub where more information can be found regarding the campaign. This page will be housed within the current Fairmount Main Street Organization's Facebook page. The intent of this page is to be the fundraising component of the Fairmount Main Street Organization Facebook page and is not meant to compete with the official James Dean page. Please see a mock-up of this Facebook page on the screen. As you can see, this page outlines the mission of the Main Street Organization, also describes the campaign's goal, and outlines the text-to-donate function the campaign is pushing as its primary source of funding. On the page's wall, which will be the main point of audience interaction and messaging, the campaign's upcoming events will be promoted. These posts will include locations, prices, and contact information specific to each event. It should also be regularly updated with pictures and information of various places in Fairmount and James Dean's life that tourists should visit. The most central and valuable element to the Facebook page is the ability for social interaction between those involved in the campaign, fans, and the people who have experienced Fairmount. This page will require maintenance on the part of the Main Street Organization. We recommend having one person in the Main Street Organization be the central point of contact for the maintenance of this site. We recommend updating the page 5 times a week, once per day. Additionally, maintenance will include updates on the current amount raised by the campaign. Additionally, updating and continually managing this page will keep people current and engaged in the campaign's progress and increases the chances of tourist visits. Additionally, you can use the posts on the page's wall about fans' positive experiences in Fairmount as added promotional material. Like Facebook, YouTube has become a central tool for information and entertainment. We recommend that the video be posted to YouTube. We will discuss the video in more detail in just a minute. The text-to-donate feature will be the main method of fundraising for the campaign. While the campaign is still very much open to other forms of payment, the text-to-donate features the most convenience for any donator, and thus will be the promoted means of donation. Anyone with the text feature on their cell phone would be able to donate money. According to mgive.gov, the leading text-to-donate service provider, 91% of the United States population are wireless subscribers. While this feature will be the primary means of donation for the individuals outside of Fairmount, it will also serve as an exciting new feature to advertise during offline events, such as car shows and James Dean tours. Individuals can make a $10 donation by simply texting the word Dean to the number provided. Currently, that number appears to be 45932. However, we are still finalizing the text-to-donate feature. Therefore, this number could change before the social media plan goes into effect. The charge will appear on the donator's next phone bill from the service provider. The service provider will transfer the proceeds to your organization without any further action needed from the donator. While this method of fundraising is the most practical, it also requires monetary funds. Specifically, according to mgive.com, there is a $150 one-time setup fee and a one-time $350 application fee, along with a $349 per month fee. Furthermore, there is a 35-cent plus 3.5% transaction fee per donation. How these costs will affect the fundraising performance will be discussed in more detail during the evaluation portion of this presentation. The video posted on YouTube and central to the social media plan will focus on James Dean and the landmarks associated with James Dean within Fairmount. Per your organization's request, and in order to include everything necessary to this plan, the video will be approximately 3 minutes in length. Our group came to Fairmount on June 29, 2013, and were able to obtain footage of the locations in Fairmount central to this video. While we are currently working on putting the video together, in hopes that it can be provided to you by July 15th, I wanted to walk you through the current recommended storyboard for the video. I did want to note that while this is our recommended storyboard, the storyboard could change during the video creation process based on the footage and the video gathered. This means that the final product could differ slightly from this storyboard. However, the general feeling will remain the same. The film will begin with a brief clip of one of James Dean's films, followed by the second scene, which will enter with the video of the 34th annual James Dean Run, obtained on June 29th. Here, the voiceover will discuss how many cars are registered to participate in the annual run, and how this is just one of the wonderful events Fairmount is known for. Then we will explain that while this event seems like any other event, Fairmount is in need of their help. But before we tell them how or why, we want to first show them more of the town. The third scene will continue on with clips of the run and the town. This scene will explain James Dean's childhood. We will explain that he played baseball and basketball and was a major participant in drama in school. During his secondary education, he lived with his aunt and her husband on their farm. The fourth scene will show footage from the family farm and include a young picture of Dean. We'll explain that this family farm is still in the family, and while it may just seem like an ordinary farmhouse, it is rather the place where James Dean grew up and developed into a tenacious young man. The fifth scene will include pictures from inside the James Dean Gallery. The voiceover will mention that as James Dean became an actor, he left an indelible mark on the film industry, even though he only acted for 18 months. His charisma, his personality, and his message live on indefinitely. It will further explain that in the James Dean Gallery, one can find memorabilia of the late star, which they are encouraged to purchase on their visits to Fairmount. The sixth scene will show pictures of the awards, other items maintained at the Fairmount Historical Museum. The voiceover will explain more regarding the Fairmount Historical Museum and what artifacts it maintains. The seventh scene will show footage from our conversation with you as president of the Fairmount Main Street organization. During this portion of the video, you describe how your organization worked with Ratio Architects to develop a restoration plan for the downtown area and describes what the revitalization plan focuses on. It also includes an explanation of the amount needed to apply for the loan and the importance of the donations being requested from the viewer. The last scene will give audience information regarding how they can help. It will give information regarding the Facebook page and also give the text to donate information. The closing line of the video will be, "Just as James Dean made an impact on your life, it's now time to make an impact on his community." Our recommendation timeline is outlined above. We recommend posting the video to YouTube on August 15th and then evaluating the progress a month later on September 25th. While the progress should be formally evaluated a month later, we still recommend that the Give Back to Dean Facebook page mentioned before be continually updated with a fundraising amount to continually get people engaged. Taking into consideration the current amount raised of $12,000 and the text to donate initial costs, which we discussed before, including the first 2 months' fees, the total fundraising goal is $39,198. With the transaction charges for each donation, only $9.30 per $10 donation is proceeds. Therefore, in order to raise $39,198, you need 4,215 $10 donations. To put this number into perspective, this could be met if only 1.4% of the 332,000 people that like James Dean on Facebook donate. The information I've discussed here today is meant as an overview of the social media plan we are working with you on. We appreciate you taking the time to listen to our presentation and look forward to seeing your organization succeed by using this plan.